Everybody fasten your seatbelts. This interview is going to be like outrageous, demented, or wild. This character is absolutely no words to describe, but I'll let him introduce himself.
Hi everybody, I'm Jack McGee. I'm glad to be here. I'm here, we're going to talk a little bit about our new film that I worked on called Silver Skies, written and directed by Rosemary Rodriguez and produced by her husband, Nestor Rodriguez, and I'm really happy to be on the show.
And I really don't give a shit. I just let him say that because that's what he has to do to get him to get the interview, because otherwise they don't come on. But now I'm going to give him the good stuff. So, Big Shot.
Yes.
Where did you get your sense of humor from that you're a riot?
I got my sense of humor from my father and my mother. I was born and raised in the South Bronx, in the projects, and that's where I got it. There were 10 of us around the table all the time, and you had to learn to survive if you're an Irish Catholic and from a big family in the South Bronx. Where'd you get your dull sense of humor?
From Brooklyn Heights. Red Hook, Brooklyn Heights, right on the river, opposite the Statue of Liberty. Tony Curtis came from your neck of the woods, you know.
Yes,
he did. He was not in the Bronx, it was New York. He yelled at me. I interviewed him, and I said, "You were from the Bronx." He said, No, I was from New York, but the Bronx is below.
The Bronx is north of Manhattan, but the Bronx still is part of New York.
Right.
But he didn't come from there.
Right.
He says he didn't anyway, but he said a lot of things.
Well, when I interviewed him, I asked him, "Are you gay?" He said, "No, I just like sex. I do everybody."
Nothing wrong with that.
No.
What are you going to be? It's like being a priest in a small town without a car. Can't be choosy, can you?
So, tell me, when did you start drinking?
I just actually stopped drinking 20 years ago.
You're kidding?
Yeah.
Why? You must have been a riot.
Because if that was the case, yeah, you and I'd be going home and trying out every sex position that possibly could be in the history of mankind.
That sounds good. Go back to drinking.
Thank you so very much.
Anybody got any booze here?
Got any booze? Now he wants to take me. Now he wants to take me home. Well, he thinks I'm going to be cute to take home.
I'm married to Jimmy 2 years. I got the actor, you know.
Jimmy's a
boom,
good guy.
boom, boom, and ba-ba.
Yeah, that's it.
So the act is over.
All right, so let's talk about this film, Silver Skies.
No, it's not. It sounds crappy. What kind of film is it?
It's a film about a bunch of seniors that are in an apartment complex that find out in 30 days they either have to buy their apartments, which none of them can afford, or they're out on the street. And it's got an incredible cast. It has George Hamilton, Howard Hesseman. George, yes, Palm Springs. He's a dear friend. And
I see him at all the parties.
Rosemary got him to come on. This is a George Hamilton like you've never seen him before. It's a serious, dramatic role. I play his roommate. He plays a character named Phil. I play his roommate whose name is Nick. And I've been taking care of him for 30 years. And he has early onset of Alzheimer's. And this is a very, very dramatic
George is doing that?
I'm telling you, he's brilliant.
George, Mr. I'm Beautiful, hello, step aside, everybody. Don't mess my hair.
Afraid about taking this role on because it was exactly that, a challenge. And we got together and rehearsed at his house a few times and read it over with. And something happened to where this transition happened with him. And I knew he could do it. He was fabulous. He really did.
But I guess working with you has to be a snap. Because I can feel you already. I feel the boom, 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 boom. So I think I would do an equally as good job.
Well, you might do it, yeah.
I'm a very good actor. You never see me act.
Oh, this has got to be an act, because before we started rolling tape, it really wasn't that interesting. Well, let me tell you about the rest of this. Stop it. This is a film that has Barbara. This is a film that has Barbara Bain. It has
Barbara Bain. What happened to her?
She's in this new movie called Silver Skies. As is Valerie Perrine, Howard Hesseman, Jack Betts, Barbara Bain, and Dick Van Dyke.
Barbara Bain, does she still look beautiful?
She looks gorgeous.
She was a gorgeous
and she's
young woman.
Wonderful in this.
Nice. Everybody said she was a bitch.
No,
she was doing Mission Impossible.
A lot of people say
very difficult.
And a lot of people say that you're a bitch too.
They all do. They all do. Everybody.
Yeah.
And if they ever said a nice thing about me, I have to be evil.
Well, I haven't come across anybody that has.
Oh, good.
Said a nice thing about you. I think you're pretty safe. And I think he's having your wife here is having a good time, because behind that camera I see him laughing and jumping around with the camera.
Yeah, well, if we get it on film, on television, it's going to go. We'll have to use the no bounce filter.
I've heard that from a man like you before. We'll use the no bounce technique.
I knew it would be great.
It's going to be great.
I met him about 10 minutes ago out in the hallway, and it just went and hit. He could be like my best friend. This is the kind of people I love. Alive, funny, quick, bright, and witty. We don't have enough of it today. We have too much sorrow in the world, and it needs a guy like him. Now, this is a black comedy, am I right?
It's a slice of life. It's what's happening to old folks all the time. They get displaced, and it's almost as if once they become older, they become forgotten. They become like they're not there, invisible, and nobody caring about them. And it's about what happens when they come to a point in their life where they're not sure what's going to happen to, where they're going to live. It's wonderful. It's very funny, and it's poignant, and it's important. I think.
Now you used the word invisible. Your career is invisible up until like 1980. Did you start in those days, a late bloomer or what?
I started in about 1980 when I started doing. I was still a fireman in New York City. I was a fireman in New York, in the Bronx.
You look like a fireman.
That's why I do, because I was one.
No, but you look like one.
I said that 3 times. I told you like one once.
I could see you greasing up the pole.
I could see you. Yeah. I knew we were going to go there. I knew we were going to go there.
He greases the pole with
let me guess, in a little summer sundress, right? With some backlighting. So my first film was in 1987, and there's been 180 films released.
I love this guy. I'm going to take him home like my friend.
It's going to cost you. Don't worry about it. It's going to cost you. That's for sure. But yeah, I was a late bloomer. I didn't start till I was in my 30s. You know, it's so serious. My first role was when I was 30 years old, and now it's been 30 some odd years.
You know what you remind me of? Look-alike, not as
Charles Durning?
No, Mickey Rooney.
Mickey Rooney's
was funny like you.
Mickey Rooney's funny but small.
Yeah, but Mickey Rooney had the same sense of humor you have.
Yes.
And the same timing you have.
Right. I've met him once.
I was at Mickey's company a lot. Parties and stuff. With his No. He had Mickey Rooney had a schlong like that Ava Gardner wanted him. They all the way.
Yeah, they wrap around the light post.
That's right. Yeah. They could slide down his pole.
Yeah, it was Tricky Mickey.
That's right.
Tricky Mickey with the big dicky.
But I never mentioned that to him. No. I talked to him about Ava Gardner, and I said, I'm so sorry that shit.
He had a Gardner?
No, Ava Gardner. Oh, Ava Gardner. Wait, let me turn the battery. Right. The battery is not working.
Right, I'm okay.
Ava Gardner, I got as much info out of him as I could, and he said to me, she was a fucking info.
Yeah, she liked it.
And that was all.
When I was with her, she just said, just give it to me, big boy, give it to me. No, it's true.
Did you use the condom now?
Oh, no, I used
Have you been tested?
I used some shrink wrap. I wasn't choosing it at the time. Yeah, saran wrap with a heater. Yeah, saran wrap. He wants you to wrap it up. That's what
I don't want to wrap it up. I want this guy to just be.
That's what he said to her. Wrap it up.
That's what you said.
And they took the hair dryer.
Listen, he does the stuff to talk about the movie. I'm going to do the personal stuff.
All right, good.
Are you married?
Yes, I am.
Are you happily married?
I'm very happy.
Do you have a lovely wife?
I have a lovely wife.
Does she cook?
No, let's not get crazy. You can't have everything, baby.
Is she a good spread?
She is. Actually, well, she's Jewish. So, and then she's a vegan. So as long as it's tofu spread.
Jewish is, I'm single, I'll do you. I'm married, I'm tired.
That's, oh yeah, right.
That's Jewish.
So you know my wife. Why'd you ask me?
He's making me lose it completely.
Oh, you really didn't have a lot going in?
Listen, you have to do comedy. Anybody out there that's casting a really great comedy, this guy is vintage quality stuff. He's not the new jerks of today. He's got timing I know timing. I did stand-up for 45 years or maybe more. 50 years, 52 years I did stand-up. So I
feels like his interview is 52 years old.
No, it's I'm 75 years old, so I did my... What? Yeah, 75. Well, I'm old.
You still wear that much cologne?
I'm old, that's why. Sure. When you're a cheesy old whore, you wear a lot of cologne.
But you're not that choosy about who lets you...
Not choosy,
cheesy. Wrap it around. Shrink wrap. Shrink wrap Ava.
Anyway, folks, I hope you enjoyed this interview as much as I did, because this guy's great. Now I'm going to put him in a spot.
Thank you so much, and thank you all the 3 people that are watching.
Close it, shut it up, can it, close it. Okay. Listen, you are coming on our show.
Okay, good.
I want a 40-minute interview, Jimmy and I, with you on our show.
Right.
We go out to 2.5 million people. We're on every radio network. We can make you famous. We can make you get work. We can get people in Hollywood saying, oh, that's who he is.
Take your hands off me.
Seriously, folks, see this movie. Check on his work.
He's a great actor,
terrific person, wonderful personality. and enjoy the interview, because sometimes I interview such boring people, I want to shoot myself right on the set.
You should get out more.
No, I should quit this business.
Quit the business.
I mean, some of them, I say, so tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anyway, thank you, my friend.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. You're so nice to meet you.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yes, our pleasure. Bye, everybody. See you on Wednesday.